I don't know if you know this or not, but there was a Heisman winner over the weekend, and uh he was, of course, Travis Hunter of Colorado, the wide receiver slash cornerback. And the slash right there is why most people think he won the
That's why
award.
he won. Are you kidding
Well,
me?
yeah, that is why he won the award. So, thoughts on him basically winning the award. Everybody knew he was going to win, but there was a slim chance that Ashton Jenty would.
It blows my mind. So I've talked about my Patriots group chat in here, and I actually had my two friends who are brothers in this chat. He brought up one is for Genty and one was for Hunter, and it was a great postings of this. That offensive grade for Hunter was like fifth, their coverage was third, receiving touchdowns was fourth, was the most in power four, so not even power five. Receiving yards third in power four, interceptions fourth in power four. So and then ninth among passer rating allowed, ninth among power four. So again, power four, power four, power four, and everybody's whole thing about, oh well, Genty's in a worse conference, Gentry's in a lower conference, blah 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 blah. It doesn't matter. You're still in a power four. Like you couldn't do this in a power five, I'm sure. For Travis Hunter. Sorry, I hate that Hunter won. I thought he got gypped because Genty was doing things that have never been done. He was setting records that have never been, that he broke records for his season. Fourth most all time for rushing yards at 2,497, 29 rushing touchdowns, sixth most all time. Rushing grade, he had the highest in PFF college era. Yards after contact, most in PFF college era. And forced missed tackles, most in PFF college era. Those are three things that have never been done before. He did those things. And
Yeah.
fourth all time and sixth all time in power four, power five, in all of college football, and he does not win this. It blows my mind. Do you have anything more to add on this? Because I'm just so done. I'm just so done with it. I can't believe he didn't win.
Yeah, I would say it would have been interesting if he would have broke, the single season rushing record and all that kind of stuff, because then it really would have been like, well, do we give it to the guy who's really good? He's very good at being corner, and then he's like a top 10 wide receiver in the league, or do we give it to this guy who's the all-time blah blah blah? But we're not playing hypotheticals. So the difference in the votes was the smallest margin of victory since 2009 for the Heisman. So Travis Hunter got 2,231 total votes, or total points I should say, and Genty got 2017 total points. So again, close margin. When you look at their stats comparison, Ashton Genty is number one in every running back stat in the nation. Travis Hunter, sixth in receiving yards, fifth in receptions, second in receiving touchdowns, and then 17th in interceptions. So that is where he excelled in. When you look at the Maxwell Award, which is voted by head coaches, sports writers, and sports information directors, Ashton Genty won. The Heisman Nissan fan vote, which was voted on by fans and football watchers around the country. I didn't vote on it. I don't think Casino did either. Ashton Genty also won. So of the 928 votes for the Heisman, 870 of those are members of the media. So that makes you kind of raise an eyebrow and be like, oh yeah, the most covered team this year was probably, and last year, and since Deion Sanders has gotten into Colorado, has been Colorado, obviously. So yeah, I just think but again, Heisman and MVP and all that kind of stuff has always been like right place, right time. I mean, there's been wonderkins who have been in, contention for those awards after just having one good season. I don't think Travis Hunter he's an anomaly, but I don't think he is a mistake to be picked for the Heisman. I do think it should have been Genty. I'm not upset with it being Travis Hunter. I do think that there is something special about being, even if you want to say he's not the best wide receiver, the best corner in the league, you can at least say that he's top 10 on each side of the ball, which again is a thing. I don't, I keep seeing this thing where other sports shows and sports talk shows and ESPN and Fox Sports and all that kind of stuff just keep doing this thing where like we'll never see this again. We've never seen it in the past and like all that kind of stuff. And it's almost, it makes me just go like, yeah, but you get why. Like if you're a running back, if you're a wide receiver, if you're a cornerback, like why would you want to be the other, like if you play all the offensive snaps, why would you also want to play all the defensive snaps? That just seems like, again, in a sport that probably has the shortest shelf life for like elite athletes, right? Like if you're in Major League Baseball, if you're in basketball, like your body obviously still gets run down, but it doesn't get run down as much as the contact sports, especially, obviously the NFL and college football. So it just seems like putting unnecessary mileage on yourself to, again, like be just a great player on both sides of the ball is unique, but it just seems crazy to me, from not, and not crazy like crazy, it obviously is crazy impressive, but more crazy like why would you put your body through that? And again, he's a young guy, so when he gets older he obviously won't be able to do this. As an old guy myself, I can attest to that, but when he gets to the NFL, I think he will transition to one of the two positions. If he wants to make money, he should probably go to the offensive side of the ball. If he wants to be elite at his position, I think he has a better chance of doing that at the cornerback position. Now, when we talk about Genty, I do think it's being held against him because he's in Boise State and not in one of, he's in the Mountain West, not one of the big conferences, quote unquote. But you also have to think there's also running backs on other Mountain West teams that are playing the same type of schedule that the Boise State team is playing, and they're not putting up the numbers he is. Boise State has had other running backs in the past who aren't putting up the numbers he's putting up. So to just kind of dismiss him as like, oh, well, it was just a good player in a bad conference. It's like, yeah, there's also other good players in bad conferences, and they're not putting up, like Casino was saying, like record breaking numbers and being fourth and fifth on the all time rushing touchdowns and rushing yards list and all that kind of stuff. It just seems like a weird way to dismiss him. And again, the same things were being said about Travis Hunter, which is just like dismissing him because of his connection to Deion Sanders, who people don't like for whatever reasons.